flesh and I am bone. Rise up, ting ting like glitter and gold. Like glitter and gold.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Weldrake here from the Dark Wreath. This time we are going to look at DevStream 116. Yeah, so I thought I'd watch it so you guys don't have to. And believe me, you really didn't have to watch this one. I'm joking. It was pretty good. There was a lot of different things in there. Not entirely informative. They did keep a lot of this stuff to a minimum. Obviously just following up on the Chroma Prime leak and some other bits and bobs. But the first off, right off the bat, revamped hair. Yeah. Revamped hair. Actually, this is pretty good. They've left operator stuff kind of behind since they were introduced. A lot of the stuff is looking a little bit dated, so it's nice to get some revamped and newer styles. Moving very swiftly on, this is absolutely awesome. This is the Equinox Deluxe. Now, it's just been thrown into concept. They literally said it was completed this morning, the concept, so it's gonna be a few months. You remember the time between seeing the first Nidus concept, which was a little bit further ahead in concept than this. It had more colour and things like that, which the designer is going to add to it. But it is an angel samurai effect and a demon ninja effect. So that's going to be our day and night, and then the combined form on the side. Does look very awesome, like I said. Holy crap. I'm going to be looking forward to this kind of fleshing out. They could do a lot of different things with the textures and the colours here, so I'm really going to look forward to that. Even though I don't really play Equinox, but still, I like to see what they come up with. Same with the Nezha. I don't play Nezha, but the deluxe skin for Nezha is absolutely beautiful. So again, moving swiftly on. And here we have it, the big bad himself, the Dragon Boy, Chroma Prime. Up close and personal. Does look even better, I think. Like, I don't know. The more we see, the cooler he looks, if you ask me. Close up on the head and the back as well, the detail on the back is very awesome. He's looking very, very good. But again, I'm going to say it again, he doesn't look Prime. I'm sure you can tweak his colours, make him look a little bit more Prime, but still, absolutely awesome. But unfortunately, that's about as far as we go with Chroma. There's not much shown apart from the fact that it's used for the gameplay, along with the Rebecca Prime, which does look to be a decent weapon, although it was being used against low-level enemies. The next thing on the list here is the K-Drive. A little bit more information about the K-Drive. There are going to be some ventilation kids. Basically, this little gang of kids who are going to be inside the crevices and the ventilation of Fortuna. They've got their own little rebel base set up, you can see it here in the images. But they are going to be their own faction. And you're going to earn a reputation with them through K-Drive stunts and races. They've got about, I think they say 30 races set up. And they will rotate. They will actually rotate around, I think 3 a day, they said. Just kind of like syndicates. It's going to be like a syndicate standing. You'll get a different one every day, and you'll complete them, get standing, and you'll level up with this individual faction. They haven't mentioned any rewards or anything. Maybe it'll just be K-Drive parts, make your own board, obviously. But we will see how that pans out. During a bit of an intermittence there, where Reb had actually somehow screwed up the lighting effects? I don't know. But anyway, there was some more screenshots shown of the Venus rework, which we have seen before, but this is even further. There's even more being shown. Nothing live like last time, but as you can see from the images, these are absolutely awesome. These are so cool. It's just like another world completely. The lava effect especially looks very cool. You're not going to be able to see the lava anymore. They did say that. The lava is going to be right at the bottom of this pit that you see on the lower image. But you go down there, you die, obviously. That's not a good place to be. They're not making it as an actual physical object. You'll just die when you go down there. But anyway, the Venus rework, let's call it, does look absolutely awesome, but back to business. let's get back to Fortuna. So, scattered around the map of Fortuna are going to be these Corpus bases. They'll each have a theme. There is a refinery, there is an airport of some description, a space station. But anyway, apparently, a lot of the incursions and the bounties are going to take place inside these walls. Now, some of these are quite expansive. The spaceport, especially, was noted to be quite large. But inside a few of them are some very strange goings on. Right here, Reb actually mentions that this looks like raw Oxium. I don't know if that's a joke to us in the player base about maybe this could be a new Oxium farm. I don't know. Maybe it could be something else. But this next part is what I really want to look at. It's something that was actually ushered away very quickly by the rest of the team when Reb got in there. But it's a sentient. It's a sentient being scanned by the Corpus. Does that mean there is a sentient presence on Venus? I find it likely that there could be, considering that they did invade the solar system at one point. But have the Corpus unearthed this, just like Tilregor did with Hunho in the Natar quest? Or have they brought it in from somewhere else? I find it unlikely that they would have brought it in from off-world, so probably did come from Venus. Is this even a potential link to the previous sentient arm cannons that we saw? We will have to wait and see. Aside from that, unfortunately, a lot of the remaining DevStream was Reb showing her grinding skills on the K drive, of course, and also her poop tracking skills. It was a very strange DevStream for Rebecca. I do feel sorry for her, but yeah, she spent a little bit of extra time towards the end of the DevStream showing off the poop tracking skills and the animal tracking skills, I guess. But it starts out with a bundle of poop, apparently. So that was basically the rest of the DevStream. It was interesting. You do get to see Chroma outside of his pelt occasionally. It does look very reminiscent of the deluxe skin for him, with the almost grill facial feature. Unfortunately, she did use Vex armor and the elemental ward quite a lot, which distorted the appearance of him, so you couldn't see it fully 100%, but you got the idea. It does look like a very good Warframe. I'm very excited for its release. I did ask a few times if this was going to be connected to the lore in any way. I know it was a bit hopeless. They unfortunately didn't reply. I can't blame them. There was a lot of questions and a lot of people saying poop. But there we go. Yeah, it was an interesting dev stream. But the last thing I want to discuss is Melee 3.0. Apparently they've had another kind of revelation, which has to an extent taken them back to the drawing board, which is why they didn't want to show much of this time. However, the big change again is now that your quick attack, which is your default E on the computer, will actually switch you into melee mode. And then all you have to do is shoot to bring back your weapon, whichever weapon you were using before you went into melee. So you can see in the video that Rebecca is switching very, very quickly between weapons, and this is the whole point. Just that fluidity, basically, between melee and shooting. Right now, of course, you can shoot and melee very quickly between each other. The difference is that you obviously can't bring out your melee weapon permanently. You have to hold on to the change weapon button, default F on the computer. So the idea here is just to switch to the melee stance effectively by quick attacking. Of course, there is some more showcasing of the aimed slam or the aimed dash attack, which looks very cool. I'm pretty certain that's going to make it into Melee 3.0. I really, really hope so. But that's kind of it. The only thing I've noticed is look in the bottom right hand screen every time Rebecca turns to melee mode. This was something I was thinking of when they first announced Melee 3.0, and I got the impression it's almost like a focus. The more melee you use, the more damage you deal. It's almost like a combo counter without being a combo counter, if you know what I mean. It's a way of keeping that kind of thing in the game. It's almost like a melee focus, almost like adrenaline in a strange way. So that's my theory, at least, on what that little circle is. I think it'll fill up, and that'll be your damage bonus, your damage increase, your adrenaline, your focus. Call it what you want. That's what I'm thinking it is. They haven't mentioned it, but that isn't something I've noticed in previous videos. But again, that's it really. Rebecca blasts off on her K-Drive to find the elusive animal that she spent basically the whole dev stream looking for. Honestly, at this point, I also switched off the dev stream. It was getting a little bit tedious. I absolutely love the gang, but I was more interested in picking up my rifle ribbon. So I did. And I got a Cyberus ribbon for anyone who's interested, which was pretty cool. I'm going to reroll that a few times, see if I can get a good one. Ribbon disposition is actually pretty weak anyway, because it's a decent weapon, but we'll see what we get. But anyway, that has been DevStream 116. Not a particularly fascinating one, but it's got some interesting tidbits in there. Thank you very much for watching the DevStream and this video, if you've made it this far. Cookie for you guys. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.